Hey everyone, my name's Jason. I'm so excited to be with you this week as we talk about people in the Bible who believed in God with all their hearts. They trusted God and believed what He says is true. And did you know God promises to be with you? We're going to talk more about this today. But before we do, it's time to get moving and singing a special verse from the Bible. Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take." You got it? Let's sing it.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Proverbs 3, 5, 6.
Awesome moves. Now, I was thinking about that last part. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Have you ever wondered what God's will is? Well, God's will is the good things God wants for your life. He's able to show us the right path because He is with us. But what do you do when things just don't seem good and it seems like bad things are always happening? Well, I remember that God is good, and I believe that God is with me. And you know, that reminds me of Joseph from the Bible. There was a lot that seemed to go really bad for Joseph, but God took all those bad things and, well, I think it's best that we just watch the story from the Bible and find out together. Let's watch the story about Joseph and see how God turned Joseph's situation to good. Ready? Let's watch.
Stories of the Bible. Joseph forgives. This is Joseph, who was the son of Israel and Rachel. But he had 11 brothers who hated him and sold him into slavery. After being put in jail, Joseph told of the future of Egypt when he interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, and Joseph found favor with the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh made Joseph a leader in his kingdom. Just as Joseph had told the Pharaoh, Egypt had 7 years of abundance. Then the 7 years of abundance came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began. Just as Joseph had said. But the Egyptians had food to eat because Joseph had planned for the famine. There was famine in all the other lands, and many came to Joseph to buy food. There was even a famine in the land that Joseph came from. So when Israel heard that there was grain in Egypt, he sent his sons to buy some. Yeah! But Israel did not send Benjamin with the others because he was afraid that harm might come to him. When Joseph's brothers came to him, Joseph recognized them, but he pretended to be a stranger. So Joseph decided to test his brothers. He had his interpreter tell them to send for Benjamin, who had stayed home. And then he threw his brothers in jail for 3 days. On the 3rd day, Joseph let all but one of the brothers take grain to their starving households with the instruction to bring Benjamin back. But Joseph provided for his brothers' journey and gave them grain and silver. The brothers did exactly as Joseph instructed, as they were scared that God was punishing them for what they had done to Joseph so many years before. They traveled home to their father's house, then back to Egypt. Now that he had seen that they brought Benjamin, Joseph was overwhelmed, so he released the brother who was still in prison. But Joseph decided to play one more trick on his brothers. He sent the brothers away but told his servant to hide his silver cup in Benjamin's bag. Then Joseph told the servant to go after the brothers and retrieve the cup. The brothers hadn't traveled far before the servant stopped them and accused them of stealing the cup. Joseph could no longer control himself before his attendants. He made them leave so he could be alone with his brothers, and he told his brothers who he really was. Ta-da! He told them of his life and all he had experienced, and he forgave them for what they had done. God was with Joseph and took care of him and showed him favor.
Wow. Joseph went through a lot. But even though bad things keep happening to Joseph, he always believed in God, and God was with him. God was with Joseph, giving him courage and wisdom in the hard times. And things all worked out so that Joseph would be in a position to save an entire nation. But what does that mean for us? Well, good news is that I got the next episode of Jerry Reviews Lego all set for us to watch. I really do like Lego, and I just know that Jerry will have some more to say about this and what it looks like to believe God is with us. You ready? Let's watch.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Jerry Reviews. I'm Jerry, and I'll be doing the reviewing. This time around, I'm focusing on one of my all-time favorite toys, Lego. I've assembled a team of master builders to help me assemble these Lego sets. Together, we'll build a new set each week and give you the lowdown on how good I think it is. Sound good? Great, let's get going. Welcome back to Jerry Reviews. Over the last few weeks, I've been reviewing Lego sets, and I have one more to talk about today. Over the years, Lego has worked with a bunch of other companies to create builds for all kinds of interests. There are space Lego, sports Lego, superhero Lego, but I don't think there has ever been a more successful pairing of two icons than Lego and Star Wars, which is of course what we're going to talk about today. This set is the Luke Skywalker X-Wing from the Lego Star Wars series. There's 474 pieces in this set. I'm so excited, just from the box art alone. I know this is gonna be a classic. It even comes with a couple extra figurines in addition to Luke and R2-D2, so you have more to play with. Guys, this thing looks awesome. I could talk about Star Wars and Lego all day, but that wouldn't be very fun. Let's throw it over to the master builders in the Lego assembly room, the LAR, and get to work.
Thanks, Jerry. Welcome to the Lego Assembly Room. Here's a Lego Master Builder fun fact.
Did you know that the most epic Lego set ever built was the X-Wing Starfighter? It had over 5 million pieces, but the one of today, we have 500.
Should be easy. Let's build.
Red 5 coming in for landing. Oh, okay. I know I was pretty positive about last week's NASA Lego set, but for sentimental reasons, I think this is one of my favorite in the entire series. Star Wars is so great because it shows us worlds that we have never seen before, and Lego are all about creativity and imagination. Putting these two together lets you connect with the imagination of Star Wars while bringing your own creativity into the mix. So let's talk about the score. First things first, appearance, 5 out of 5. That's easy. The X-Wing design is iconic, and it's been really lovingly recreated here with Lego pieces. It's a really good size too. You can even close the wings and open them up, just like this. Oh, so awesome. I think this is probably a 2 out of 5 for difficulty, but there are some small pieces, but it's a pretty simple setup and the instruction manual is easy to follow. For overall score though, I have to give it a 5 out of 5. No matter what age you are, this is a must-have Lego set. If I had one complaint, it's that it didn't include notable characters like Obi-Wan or Yoda. We got Luke, R2, we got Leia, and General Dodonna. It's nice to have a few, but come on, you want the classics. That's one of my favorite parts about Star Wars, the fact that Luke is never alone in his journey, even when he's separated from his friends in The Empire Strikes Back. After Obi-Wan's death, his spirit still visits Luke, offering him wisdom. It reminds me of how God is always with us, no matter what we're going through. Last week, we talked about how God gave a son to Abraham and Sarah in their old age. That son's name was Isaac, and Isaac's son Jacob ended up having 12 sons of his own. Of all the sons, his favorite was Joseph. Jacob made no secret of his favoritism, which made the other sons jealous of their brother. This led to all kinds of problems for Joseph. He was thrown in a pit, sold as a slave to strangers from a faraway land, and even thrown into jail. But God didn't abandon Joseph when he was sold into slavery, and he didn't abandon Joseph when he was imprisoned. Instead, God worked through all the things in Joseph's life, good and bad, to bring about his plan. Eventually, Joseph was freed from jail and placed in a position of great power. With that power, Joseph was ultimately able to save his family and the whole nation from a terrible famine that had come across the land. This brought healing and forgiveness to Joseph's family in a way that no one could have expected. While most of our lives are less eventful than Joseph's, we can still trust that God will be with us through it all. It's easy to trust God when things are going good, but in our low moments, when we don't know where to go or what to do, it isn't as easy. Joseph likely had times of doubt, but he ultimately chose to trust God through the good and the bad. No matter what is happening in our life, we can always go to God in prayer. We can share our fears, our frustrations, and hurts with God in these moments. God is glad when we take those things to Him because it shows that we believe in Him. So if you're ever feeling alone or confused, remember that God is with you. That's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching. This series has been a lot of fun. I'm sure I'll be back soon enough with more toys and pop culture to review. But until then, I hope you have a great weekend. See you guys around.
Oh man, that was great. Star Wars is the best, and I'm so pumped that Jerry gave it a 5 out of 5. But even more amazing is the reality that the God that we read about, who was with Joseph, is the same God we can believe in, who is with us today too. Just like He helped Joseph on his path, even during the hard times, God will be with us no matter what we go through. Remember, no matter what happens, God is there, and you can talk to Him. Tell Him how you really feel about the things that are happening in your life. And through it all, God is with you, and just like Joseph, I can choose to believe God is with me, and so can you. Well, friends, I'm so glad you joined me for church today. I'm praying that you have an awesome week and that you know that you're so loved by God. Don't forget, there are more activities for you online at saddlebackkids.com. Check it out and come back next week to have fun and learn how amazing God's Son Jesus is. See ya.